this match more than Rajasthan won it.
Yes.
Definitely.
So
Riva ka sher.
he said definitely to the fact that I just said that Lucknow lost this match more than Rajasthan won it, because this match was there for the taking. I think we have to agree. This was Lucknow's match all along. How do you lose a match like this? How do you come up with tactics that harebrained? What was the logic behind all of it?
Yes.
I mean,
Are you saying this because you got your prediction wrong, or do you?
No, because
Everybody, all
all
of
got our
us.
predictions
Welcome to
wrong.
my life.
we all got it wrong.
Welcome to
this
my
time,
life.
for a change.
Welcome to house.
But Lucknow Super Giants tried to do Don Bradman and they failed. Epic. Why?
Why?
They must have looked at 84 years back. Don Bradman to counter the wicket, because it was absolutely destroyed by the rain. They didn't cover the wickets that time.
Yes,
36-37.
Yes.
So Bradman decided to flip the batting order. Let the tailenders come in. Because you are so bad, the reasoning was, you are so bad you will miss the swinging ball.
Yeah.
And you will weather out the conditions. It happened.
What a master stroke.
That's a master stroke. Is it?
But
not for
This
not
was not
for
a master
Lucknow.
stroke.
Then what happened?
So Australia won the match with Bradman sharing a world record 7th wicket stand of 346. And from that point on, from 0-2 down, they won the series 3-2. The only instance in cricket history. But Lucknow Super Giants, this was not a treacherous wicket by any stretch of the imagination.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
Batting Stoinis so low down at number
Whoever
7.
decided to have Stoinis at 8
Yes.
in the Lucknow Super Giants management should be fired.
Yeah, I
Not
think he
just
was
him,
listening to
eight,
some
even-
ghazal, or you had a Nawabi kind of a thing.
Even-
No, they said now that he's playing his first game for Lucknow.
Yeah.
He's already imbibed the pehle aap culture Stoinis.
Oy.
कि पहले आप जाइए बैटिंग पहले आप जाइए पहले आप जाइए
Lucknowi
आप
tehzeeb.
Lucknowi tehzeeb.
It's not
Tehzeeb
worked.
he showed.
But only if I knew that this guy was playing, I would have changed my prediction. But Kuldeep Sen.
But you knew he was playing.
No, afterwards, no, I still hung on.
Why
After the playing
are
11,
you so happy about Kuldeep Sen?
he is from my home state of Madhya Pradesh, from Riva. It is in
How
the
many home states do you have? Is your home state Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Tamil Nadu,
Kerala,
Delhi NCR,
Delhi
Kerala?
NCR,
Which-
Karnataka.
Don't give me that cliche. I'm Indian and all. Okay.
I will say in Manoj Kumar style, मैं भारत हूँ.
Oh my God.
Yes. Kuldeep Sen from Riva. Basically, it's that part of Madhya Pradesh that is quite backward, near the Jharkhand border, Naxal impacted. It's quite near to Panna, which is the tiger reserve, which had a tiger reserve. Now there are no tigers anymore. Basically, in Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal, Indore, and Gwalior are your power centers for cricket. But Kuldeep Sen from Riva has bowled partly with Stoinis' misjudgment.
Yeah, I think so. It
Yeah.
was also
and,
that.
and he held his nerve.
He
Two
did.
balls.
No, but
he
those
bowled
two
well.
balls, Stoinis, like what lent delivery right in the slot. Stoinis is trying to hit it, instead of hitting it straight, he should go hit it straight, right?
And that paddle scoop or whatever.
That's what I'm.
Why would he
part
shuffle
is
it?
trying to hit it
Why did he
backward or
shuffle?
square.
Why did he shuffle?
Why?
So I said part misjudgment of Stoinis, and because one or two balls he bowled really well. 15. Many
Yeah.
even experienced guys have failed to defend 15.
True.
But Kuldeep Sen playing his first game in the IPL, you're tasked with that. Navdeep Saini would not have been able to do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he may have a
Kuldeep
point
has
there.
done.
What about Riyan Parag?
We were deliberating. Maybe this is Riyan Parag's redemption. But nah.
No over. No over for him.
He
R.
went-
Ashwin is batting ahead of him.
No, retired out and coming in. Wow.
Retired out and coming ahead of him.
It's a mystery. Like he's the biggest enigma I've seen in the IPL. He's an all-rounder who doesn't bat or bowl.
I mean, how Shane Warne would have labelled him. He said for Scott Muller, can't bat, can't throw. So this guy can't bat, can't bowl, can't field, can't throw.
No, he
got
can
a field.
catch.
He
Come
can
on.
field. He's a good fielder.
That's my catch of the match today.
He's a good fielder.
How you saying?
Also, let's not forget that somebody dropped a dolly tonight, and that I think that caused the
20-30 runs.
Game.
Kunal
Game
Pandya.
Pandya.
Dropping Hetmeyer.
Hetmeyer of all
But whatever, credit to Rajasthan Royals from two really bad positions in batting.
And
they
while
were
bowling.
while they were batting, they lost a lot of wickets. But then that partnership between Ashwin and Hetmeyer, that is what got them to a decent total.
Yes.
And then chasing that total, Lucknow Super Giants have faltered. While I mean again, poor start, KL Rahul.
forget poor start, then you made it even more miserable by sending somebody like
Stoinis
Krishnappa Gautam
At number 3.
At number 3 to Trent Bolt, who swung the ball
First ball he
to KL
bring it
Rahul.
inside.
You send in somebody like Krishnappa Gautam, and then you send in Jason Holder. And Jason Holder survived that onslaught from like Trent Bolt, but he threw his wicket away. Na? Prasidh Krishna had him when he was trying to pull him.
This decision is right up there with 2012 Delhi Daredevils' epic brain fade in the qualifier.
Yeah, Moni Mokel.
Mone Mokel,
Yeah,
the
they didn't drop
purple
Mone
cap
Mokel.
holder, was
Dropped him.
benched.
Dropped him.
Who came in his place? Okay, they needed Russell. But in the Indian contingent, Irfan Pathan was injured. Who got him? There was a certain off spinner by the name of Sunny Gupta.
Yeah, who played?
And
Sunny Gupta, who?
Sunny Gupta, who won game, and on top of that, on debut, qualifier 2 at Chepauk, the opening over is bowled by Sunny Gupta. 3 overs, 45 runs, never to be seen again.
I mean, it's not that big a blunder, but it's a blunder nonetheless.
Wondering who lobbied for him. That was that they dropped a purple cap holder to play somebody who was like an unknown quantity.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's what I said. That was a bigger blunder. This one, not as big as that. I know KL Rahul is talking right now. Maybe he is giving us some insights as to what could be behind Krishnappa Gautam. Just because he had a good day with the ball, you send him at number 3, or is it the Kannadiga connection? The captain has more faith, you know.
Yes.
My boy, you will do it for me.
I don't know. Like if I'm still trying to figure out a reason. I haven't been able to figure out anything.
If we can look
maybe-
at
maybe-
JSW sponsorship for Rishabh Pant,
Pinch hitting.
if we can look at Anuj Rawat from the same academy as Virat Kohli, clearly we can look at this as well.
Pinch hitting is not needed when you're chasing 162 on a
No, my
track. That's not
point is, you have got Marcus Stoinis,
Yeah.
okay, who at times opens also.
Yeah.
He opens for the Melbourne Stars, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Australia, he of course bats at number 5, number 6. Even for his international side, he doesn't bat at this low, boss.
Yeah, exactly.
They're making him bat at number 8. What is the logic behind it?
I know. This strategy should have been used by KKR. When they were chasing 217, they should have pushed Russell up the order. But for the shock and awe bit.
Because he replaces Andrew.
Oh.
No.
Shamira replaced Andrew Tybe actually.
No. He replaced Evan Lewis.
Yeah,
Yes.
correct.
And Evan Lewis bats
Evan
at
Lewis
number
bats at
3.
number 3. And Chamira was.
No, but today,
replaced.
without Lewis, they're like, we'll try everything. We'll try Jason Holder at number 4.
Praveen Akurathi is pointing exactly what we said, that Stoinis missed 2 length deliveries in the last
in the
over.
slot.
Could have easily smacked them for 6s. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. One, his own fault, because he's trying to play that paddle sweep to a ball that was in the slot, and looking at the way he was striking it, he would have got that for 6 for sure. Kuldeep Sen, would have been nervous, playing his first IPL game,
Bowling
would have
in
been
the last
clearly
over,
nervous.
yeah.
Absolutely. And he bowled in the death, but I sometimes cannot understand why you have to try that. And then that second length ball, because he had missed the earlier one,
Yes.
he had so much pressure.
He was
That
under
was just
pressure,
a
yeah.
swing.
I know.
This
Wide
1-6,
swing.
1-6 or 1 boundary in
Would've
the
changed-
final over
yeah.
would have just changed the game, because Kuldeep Sen would have been under so much pressure after
yes.
that.
Absolutely.
But that's what, no. If you have to go back in IPL history, Deccan Chargers had made a similar kerfuffle against Chennai Super Kings. All their prime bowlers were out. They needed 15 to defend. Who did they turn to? Sorry, Sunrisers. Who did they turn to? A certain guy called Ashish Reddy.
Yeah.
Ashish Reddy was a 115-120 kmph bowler.
Okay.
Bowling to, at that time in his peak, MS Dhoni. What happened? 15 runs he couldn't defend, 4 balls, match ended.
Obviously.
Okay. Galaxy Warrior says, what happened to Ashwin? Why was he retired out? Nothing happened to him. It's the team that decided it was a tactical call. They called him and sent a better hitter, according to them, in Riyan Parag. My only question is, if he was that better hitter,
Why didn't you
he
send
may
him
have
out?
been. Yeah, you should have gone ahead of Ravichandran Ashwin in the first place. Anyway, that's a tactical call. We've done an entire video on that. You can check that out on Sports
We
Today.
have to thank Riyan Parag again for this.
For giving us what material to talk about.
Exactly. The retired out thing would not have been debated. Because Riyan Parag came and we
No, it
debated.
would have
Most people.
No,
Being too
everybody
harsh.
would have come.
Too harsh on Riyan Parag.
It was a surprise element.
It basically, nobody had seen it happen in the IPL before.
True.
Yes.
So
First
it
time.
was surprise for everybody. No, and when Ashwin was walking out and I saw Riyan Parag, I'm like, what has happened? When did he get out?
When did he get out?
When did he
Yeah,
get
yeah.
out?
So in our corporate matches, are you going to implement this rule now? Hey, you tried out here.
Maybe we'll have to speak to the umpires and all that. Come on,
No,
from
they'll
now
be
on.
okay with it. But the problem with our corporate deal is we're not batting only 20 overs. Retire out is only when you have more batsmen, less overs left. So you're not batting for 20.
But corporate games, you are allowed such things.
Ah.
Yeah.
No, here also you're allowed. It's legal.
Legal.
it's in the
There's
rules.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
We've done a
they
video
didn't
on
break
that.
the rules. Rajasthan Royals didn't break the rules.
Anish Nakkar says, I can't seem to understand the batting lineup of LSG today. Your thoughts?
Join the club.
If you can understand it and if you can help us out, we'd be grateful. We can't understand it either. I just thought maybe because Stoinis is playing the first game for Lucknow and Lucknow's Tehzeeb says, pehle aap, he must have said, nahi, pehle aap jaiye.
And I gave a
pehle aap
Bradman
jaiye."
analogy also.
Bradman analogy. For that, rewind.
Yes.
See the Bradman analogy.
I think the problem with Lucknow was they were trying to keep their regular players at their original positions. Apart from the openers, you look at Deepak Hooda, he was always coming 3 down. That's where he came.
Krishnappa
Then Ayush Badoni. No, I'm saying Krishnappa only played a couple of games. I'm saying Deepak Hooda and Ayush Badoni are there from the start. And they've been playing at number 5 and number 6. They did not change their order. They had Kunal Pandya
No,
at
but
7.
so many people who change their order. Krishnappa,
No, but-
Gautam, Jason Holder,
But that's what I'm
Marcus
saying. It's
Stoinis.
stupid to keep them. If they looked at that logic to keep them, they put in a Jason Holder and a Krishna.
Even assuming they want to keep Deepak Hooda, Ayush Badani there, you play Marcus Stoinis higher up.
That is
Not
what.
Krishnappa.
That is what.
And
It's
without
illogical.
disturbing. No, I'm saying without disturbing that batting order.
They could have
Without-
played Marcus Stoinis at number 3.
When has
That's what
Krishnappa
I'm saying.
Gautam batted at number 3? He's always
Never.
been that coming lower down and hitting a
6-7.
few sixes.
6-7.
Yeah, that's his role.
You remember that one game he won against
Mumbai Indians.
Yeah.
Jaipur.
scored 18 runs for the final over.
Yeah.
So because of that, now he'll bat.
No,
at
but he
number-
batted at 7. 6-7. He didn't bat at
He
3.
batted lower down the
Then
order.
that's what I'm saying. Nah. So
Everybody had
because of-
given up hope that Rajasthan was going to win that game, but they won the
In
game.
fact, I said that Rajasthan would just bottle this game up from the situation that they were.
No, but then
they
KL
would have-
Rahul arrived with his LSG
Yeah.
team and bottled it.
Wait.
We're going to talk about a few other very important things
Yeah.
in Yuzi Chahal and KL Rahul. Before that, I'm taking a few questions. Redacted Shetty says, great composure. Are you related to any of the Shettys that were at the ground today? If you are, just let us know. You saw more than one Shetty.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
Can we go to KL Rahul's comments
So
because I'm very
great
curious.
composure by a
Sure.
newcomer at the end
KL Rahul
compared to
comments.
Prasid, who is relatively seasoned in IPL. Prasid has a
ऊपर करो।
tendency to leak runs at pressure
ऊपर करो,
situations, even when he was
करो।
part of KKR. Yes,
Comment
that's
में
correct. That Prasid
Comment में
Krishna does leak a lot of runs. And so he did that today as well. Great composure by a newcomer at the end. So the newcomer, what are you calling him, Sid? What is the new name you've
The
given?
Lion of Riva.
Why is that?
Because he hails from Riva. Not much of a cricketing culture there from the
But
near
why the
border.
lion?
Because Riva is also close to Panna, which was a tiger reserve.
So
ironically.
tiger na then.
Lion
You're
hearted.
mixing your cats.
Nahin, lion hearted. He bowled the final
Lion
over.
hearted. Oh my god.
Yeah, bowled the final
Lion of Riva. You heard it
Yes.
first here, this new nickname.
This reminds me of the time I had in Dubai, by the way. Bangladesh fans, I've gone there for the Asia Cup.
Yeah.
Bangladesh fans were carrying a cheetah, okay?
Yeah.
And I kept telling them, this is not a tiger, this is a cheetah. I was like, no, not tiger. No, not tiger. They kept fighting with me. I'm like, that's not even the animal that you guys
By the way, I was reading whilst
Yeah.
all this, I was reading KL's comments and I'm still no clearer on what the hell his plan was.
It was
Because
plan.
apparently what he's saying is that it was always our plan to hold Stoinis back. We know how dangerous it can be in the last 5 overs. And we like to be a bit unpredictable. These kind of totals can be tricky. I disagree with both of these. I mean, yeah, Stoinis can be dangerous, but he's also proven that he can be dangerous for the 4 or 5.
So, in case people are wondering why Stoinis was batting, you can agree or disagree with it. But
That was their
Stoinis
plan.
is because they think that in the last 5 overs he can finish the games. That was their thought process. Lucknow and the other, I think what they're trying to say is that they want to keep shuffling things so that the opposition is also surprised and that the batsmen also are used to batting in different position. But I think what happened, they may have surprised themselves.
Yeah, I think they
with,
ended up complicating
yeah,
things for themselves.
Exactly. So Ramesh Devasi says unexpected things from KL Rahul, Hooda or Stoinis batting order. We've discussed that. But his point, and this is what we can talk about, KL struggling against good left-handed fast bowlers. Seems like all top Indian batsmen
Have that problem. Yeah.
Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli,
And now KL.
and now KL Rahul. But KL Rahul, 2 ducks, huh?
Yeah.
I'm beginning to, up until now the debate was should Rohit and Virat be taken to the T20 World Cup? And we always answered in the affirmative, saying yes, they should. KL was also one of that guaranteed players.
But all three of our guaranteed players are now
out of
struggling to
form.
form.
We should do the big three. How are they doing in the IPL so far?
Yes, you already know that.
Yeah.
Not
What
well
more
would be
insight
the
can we
answer.
give? The question has
I
been
know.
answered. Yes.
Yes.
How many people made him the? I'm sure in fantasy a lot of people.
50% by at an average, about 50% people make him their captain or a vice captain on a given day.
Oh my God.
That is how popular KL Rahul
Because
is.
3
when it
consecutive
comes to
editions over
captaincy.
600 runs.
Exactly. You know he's going to come good at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I also say that, of course, KL
KL
Rahul
is always the
biggest
captaincy
choice.
option. And you said that, by the way, at that point only he propped up at the back of the screen. Very good timing.
Johnny Khurana says LSG was saving Stoinis from Trent Bolt's swing. They saved him so much that he saved the match for RR.
Wow.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good line.
Yeah,
I
he
like
did.
that.
No, he played well, but a few decisions, it's just surprising. Even that single that he had refused at one point, even though he hit the last ball for a 6, that single, because we saw Avesh Khan also
At the
can
end, what
hit.
was the difference?
3 runs.
Exactly.
That's what I was coming down to. That it could have made a difference.
That everyone wants to be MS Dhoni.
And then you
that
try
I
it, then you can also be a Sanju Samson.
Exactly. I was
na?
going to say that.
Sanju Samson also na,
Sanju Samson.
did it and then lost the game after
Where-
playing an unbelievable knock.
And Avesh is the one who started this
Yeah.
this game by hitting that 6.
Yes.
He could very well have.
But if the fans have to open their eyes and just look at the broader numbers, MS Dhoni was a horrible T20I finisher, but he was a great IPL finisher.
Yes.
He was a horrible T20I finisher. That Edgbaston game, Raidu, no, I'll take everything. Zimbabwe, he botched chasing 8 runs in the final over.
Yeah.
He didn't do it.
But in IPL, he was next level.
And,
Let's be fair.
and in that West Indies game, Rahul had done all the hard work, 8 runs lead of 6 balls. Samuels drops a dolly, 2 runs lead of 1 ball, Dhoni misses, gone.
Yeah.
So I again sum it up, Dhoni is a great IPL finisher, but he was a horrible T20I finisher.
Okay. Vedant Garg wants to know why is KL Rahul not sitting with the team management in the dugout? Was not that strange? Should not sit there. I think you're reading too much into it. MS Dhoni also doesn't sit in the dugout. That doesn't mean he's not on the same page as the management. So I don't think about that. Vignesh, because we are looking at the strategy, Vignesh says, I'm sure Gigi won't have made such a poor decision to send Stoinis to bat at number 8. He is not a senseless person. Whoever it is, he's made a poor decision. Vignesh,
Absolutely.
firstly, it's conjecture. We don't know who made that decision. Could have been Gautam Gambhir, could have been KL Rahul, could have been anyone else in that. There is their coach as well. It could have been Andy Flower.
Andy Flower is the coach.
Could have been Andy Flower. We don't know who did it. So firstly, I'm not going to comment on that. But assuming, as just to take your comment saying that Gautam Gambhir is the one who didn't take that decision, well then, how is it that we credit him for things that go right? And we have credited him here on Sports Today saying that, this I think is Gautam Gambhir's decision. So if they're listening to him on that occasion, how is it that they're not listening to him here? So if you're going to give him a lot of praise for those decisions, well then that criticism will also come Gautam Gambhir's way. Even if it wasn't his decision, then maybe because he's a mentor, and if he does have that much influence in the team, he should have looked at
I will defend Shane and Siddhant from the accusations that we are going after Riyan Parag. Riyan Parag's 1-6 actually played a big role. Huh?
What are we saying?
No, we're just seeing a social media post saying that today,
Wasim Jafar tweeted saying Akshar and Shardul above Sarfraz, Ashwin at 6, Gautam at 3, Holder at 4. Sunday IPL games taking inspiration from Sunday Park cricket.
No, I will defend Shane and Siddhant from the accusations that they were asked by one of our family members that we are going after Riyan Parag. No, I will again say this, please record this. Riyan Parag's 1-6 proved to be so crucial in the outcome of the game today.
Yeah.
He hit a 6, so they won by 3 runs at the end of the day, Rajasthan Royals.
Sarcasm, okay. Aryan Natani says, this is an interesting point. Although Lucknow Super Giants lost this game, but what depth they have in their team. Even after 8 down, they were still in the game and were in a losing position.
Yep.
But that is something we've pointed out.
Yes.
We have pointed this out earlier. In fact, today when we were doing the analysis before the game had started, we pointed out that for the first time, we see a team where number 11 can also bat because Avesh was listed at number 11
Yes.
and we know he can tonk the ball. So yes, that has been their strength, and today they're in the winning position. Only if they'd got their batting order right, they would have been on the winning team. Or so many ifs and buts. If he hadn't played that paddle sweep or hadn't attempted it, could have still won.
If
the game.
Krunal Pandya had taken that catch,
Krunal Pandya.
I would have loved it because Riyan Parag would have been out.
Okay,
in the
let's be fair.
match
If
earlier.
even if Lucknow won this game, we'd still be scratching our heads as to why they decided
Yeah,
to change their
absolutely.
batting line.
Yeah,
Would still be questioning that,
That's
without
just-
doubt.
No, when we saw it, we were so surprised. Why has Holder come out?
Holder, Krishnappa at 3, Holder at 4. What is going on here?
Yeah. Sridhar Savekar says MS also sent Bhajji and Chahar at 4 and 5 respectively when CSK were some 20 for 2 against Punjab in 2018 in swinging conditions. MS said it was just to create chaos in the opposition. So maybe LSG took the same gamble as
And
pointed
created chaos
out.
in their own camp.
As pointed out
by KL.
But in that match, it wasn't a high scoring. They weren't chasing.
Yes.
So it's a different dynamic altogether. Everybody can't be Sir Don Bradman. That template ended 84 years ago of flipping the entire batting order
And the
upside
thing is,
down.
again, I still maintain 162 not a tricky chase. You got a good start and that chase is a breeze.
With
No,
that
with the
batting
dew,
lineup.
with the dew, with the
And
lineup.
exactly.
And can I tell you, we've said this before. Rajasthan's bowling attack not quite the best because Ashwin now mostly is going to be a container. He's not going to take too many wickets,
He
as
doesn't
was
take
evident
wickets.
And
today.
God forbid if it's expensive.
Yes. Then Prasidh Krishna, on the other hand, we know with the new ball he's good. Then the death he has issues. Kuldeep Sen is a newcomer, is vulnerable that you have. Yuzi Chahal is that match-winning bowler they have, and Trent Bolt, the two really outstanding bowlers. Yuzi actually went for a lot of runs, but you
But
take
got
it.
4
If he
wickets,
got you 4 wickets, you take that. So again, with that bowling lineup, with the batting that Lucknow had, and there weren't any demons in the pitch, you should have chased that down.
But first time in the season, Wankhede, a team has defended. First time in the season. So I think the trend is again playing
No, no,
catch up.
I think so. The LSG are more to blame for it.
Yeah.
They should have won this game.
They should have.
I
won it.
agree.
Yep.
Praveen Akruti is actually scaring us, saying that Bolt for New Zealand, Stark for Australia, Shaheen for Park against Rohit, KL, and the new ball does swing in Australia. Don't remind us now. We'll talk about it when we get there. We'll cross the bridge when we get there. Still some time. Shivam Johar says KL Rahul Bolt reminds him of T20 World Cup dismissal. Don't know when our
Shaheen-
batsmen will find a way to
Shaheen
tackle
Shafri.
left arm fast bowlers. Otherwise, be ready for another heartbreak. Love you all.
By the way, Trent Bolt has given credit to Jimmy Neesham for that dismissal.
Wow.
He said it was late call at breakfast and it was Jimmy Neesham's idea to go with that plan against KL Rahul. To bowl from round the wicket.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he
So what
bowled.
if Jimmy Neesham isn't playing?
He's a tactical genius.
He is a tactical
then what
genius.
is Riyan Parag? He's playing in
Riyan Parag was
Neesham.
Somehow
about
or
to
the other
end
we
his
find-
tactical acumen by hitting him on
Somehow
the
or
head.
the other,
almost.
we find a way to reach Riyan Parag. Huh?
Yes.
Just to point that, first time in 5 matches, a team has successfully defended in Wankhede this season, as pointed out by Sid. Closest wins for RR in IPL by runs in their history. 2 runs. They beat Mumbai Indians in Durban way back in 2009.
Yeah.
2 runs versus
Deccan.
Deccan Chargers in Nagpur in 2010. 2 runs versus Punjab Kings in Dubai in
Last year.
2021 last year, and then 3 runs versus the Lucknow Super Giants. So
In 2021, 2 runs in Dubai, 4 runs in Wankhede. Thanks to Sanju's.
And wait, who was the captain of Punjab Kings at that point?
Yes. KLR.
Yes.
The trolling is back.
Yes.
No, but yeah, I can't still wrap my head around that batting lineup.
Let's take this interesting point of view. King Shuk Bishwash, and he's already written in bracket unpopular opinion. But Manish Pandey could have given stability to Lucknow Super Giants batting.
Manish Pandey has been giving anything but stability to a lot of batting lineups for a long
I'm
time.
saying who do you replace in that side?
Exactly.
Who would you send out?
Good point. Someone who's not bowling, but Deepak Huda has been good with the bat. So
Yes.
no,
Buda
not
Badoni,
him.
you're not dropping.
Yeah,
at this
Buda
point.
Badoni doing well.
Holder definitely
Krunal
not.
gives you overs.
See,
Yeah.
also the fact is they replaced Manish Pandey with Krishnappa Gautam.
Yeah, and he got you the
And
wickets.
Gautam
today.
he was
Yeah.
good
What
in
was
the
the
last
bowling
game.
option as well,
He took
so-
1 for 23 in the last game.
True.
Today again he picked up a couple of wickets. It's very hard to have
Yeah.
that sort of balance now.
Find a place for him is very tough.
Yeah. At this
Think
point,
so.
yeah.
I think Lucknow Super Giants should be called the thrilling Super Giants. I think all five
All
games,
games
have
have
been
been
very close.
And they've all pretty much gone down to the last over. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Redacted Shetty has a comment. I don't know, maybe you can throw some light on. He says one of Parag's biggest negative characteristic is his attitude at times. He might have a bright future but needs to work on his demeanor. Did you notice anything like
First
that?
off, I'm not really a fan of reading body language because I think everyone is different.
Yeah.
Second, there's no way to know. Has there ever been any news reports or anything of that sort about
No.
attitude?
Nah.
No. So that's a bit speculative.
Also, Parag I think has quite a positive body language as such.
yeah, generally.
He's always smiling, beaming.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't you remember
moving
that when
around.
in, I think 2018
But
or
certain
19,
times people don't like such characters. Who are
2018,
just
19 when he was
smiling.
going
Yeah,
viral
I
for those
know.
dances after taking wickets alongside I think Jofra Archer, who at that point was still at Rajasthan.
Yeah.
I don't see any attitude problems. It's just
ऐसे ऐसे करता है ना वो डांस
Yeah,
forgetting what
that
it's
is called Bihu.
Bihu, right? Yes.
That's
Bihu,
an
can you
Assamese
show
dance.
us?
Assamese folk dance.
Assamese, yes, Bihu. Okay, Devyanshu Samal, because you were talking about, who's taking, he says KL Rahul was sitting inside the AC room and Gautam Gambhir was sitting in the dugout. Who's taking the decision? I take you back to CSK, where
Dhoni is always sitting in the
Dhoni
AC
is in
room.
the AC room. And then you have Fleming sitting in the dugout. We know who takes decisions there.
Yeah.
So you could still be taking decisions while sitting in the AC room. There's always a guy who goes with the message outside.
For a journalist covering a CSK press conference is a nightmare.
Why?
Because they don't say anything.
Yeah, and it's Stephen Fleming. For this whole decade, it's been only Stephen Fleming.
I think at this point he's mastered the art of just being like processes.
Ah, that guy is
Yeah, this-
deadpan.
He's very deadpan.
Deadpan.
Yeah. Arya Natani. Let's talk about, I said those two bowlers you want to talk about. He says
Yes.
it was a kulcha day today.
Yeah, 4-4.
Yeah. Do you see them in the World Cup?
They should
At
be
least
there.
Yuzi Chahal, I definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I may wait a bit on Kuldeep. Yuzi Chahal definitely. Today was a bit expensive, but those 4 wickets for 41. I mean, from there on, actually, the game completely turned in Rajasthan's favor. That's
Yep.
another thing that, they got some runs towards the death.
So many similarities. Bowling in the death.
Hmm.
Both
both are
guys
there.
bowled in the death. And when they were together in 2017 in that peak, they
Yeah.
bowled in the death. Imagine 2 leg spinners bowling in the death. When have you ever seen that? Sunil Narayan is the only spinner who I can recall who bowls
Consistently
in
bowled
the
at the
death.
death. Yeah, correct.
These guys are doing it for fun. And Chahal is a class act. We know that.
Chahal, definitely.
But Kuldeep with his performance against KKR, revenge is sweet indeed.
No, but
Fielder, he's
I
good as a
agree.
fielder too.
I agree. We expected this from Chahal. He's been doing really well all this season. But for Kuldeep Yadav, who was down and out for the last 2 seasons, nobody thought he'll be picked at the auction. Then of course Delhi Capitals went for him,
Yep.
picked him for his base price. If I'm not wrong. I don't
I
think
don't
so. He went
remember.
for a
I don't
lot.
think he went for big bucks for sure.
I think
don't
about
so he went for
2.5
a lot.
crores, I think.
I don't
Yeah,
think so. He went for a
2.5,
lot. And considering what he went through,
Yeah.
he was charged up today, and it showed
Yeah,
in that
it did.
catch.
Vengeance.
Was
He-
that
he
moment,
reminded-
that
Yeah.
4th wicket he took,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
catch.
Yeah.
Yep.
2 years back, would you thought that Kuldeep Yadav
No.
would run like that and
No.
take a blinder?
He
It was
reminded
brilliant to watch.
He reminded
Amazing.
Kolkata Knight Riders
Very
of
happy
Ben
for him.
Stokes too. By that celebration. He reminded Kolkata Knight Riders of Ben Stokes.
Yes, he did.
So-
Because of how he was unfairly, I'd say,
No,
treated
agreed.
by
Very.
KKR. He was made to sit on the bench for the longest time. So clearly, he had that angst inside him, that fire to perform, and he did so.
Again, KKR did not back Kuldeep because when did his break point start with the breaking point? That game against RCB when
Yeah, when
Moeen Ali
Cole-
tonked him
yes.
all over the place.
Yes.
He apparently lost his confidence. KKR should have come up and told him, boss, don't worry, you're still our premier spinner that we've got.
And he pretty much was by that point.
But there was no support.
There wasn't.
And that's it.
See,
2020,
see that
2021.
support first came from Rohit Sharma
Yes.
in the Indian setup, and I think that has helped his mental well-being as well.
Absolutely.
Because he was not in a good space.
Mentally,
you
absolutely
knew
not,
he
yeah.
was not in a good space. You could see that.
Plus, I think he had a
But-
very bad knee injury also, I
But
guess.
so much improvement, and the way he was fighting today, and the way he took that catch, that catch was.
But
just
Rohit
amazing.
said
That
this, and that was very
celebration.
interesting, that he is going to bring him back gradually into the Indian
Yeah.
team because he knew that maybe that confidence, self-confidence is at the lowest ebb, and you cannot just bring him back by playing him every game. So he eased him and kind of played him on games when you had won the series or things like that, where there wasn't too much pressure. So I think all of that has done a great deal to Kuldeep Yadav's confidence. And we know this about spinners. Quite often you'll hear all spinners, former spinners talk about that confidence level. Spin, if you're going to be a good spin bowler, confidence is really has to be sky high. You need to have faith in your abilities. That's why you can toss the ball up and have that big heart that, okay, fine, if I have that skill, I'll toss it up, I'll get the wicket. So you need that, and that's why confidence is very important.
And especially the start was also superb. No, Kuldeep getting Shreyas Iyer stumped. That was
Again,
the
that was
starting
another
point.
grudge match.
Yes.
Okay,
big grudge match.
by the way, Varun, Parvat and Eni has answered that big $1 million question that we were asking. Na? People were asking us that why the batting order. We were saying we don't know. We were saying if you can tell us, tell us. He's given the definite answer. Why did they change the batting order? He says they changed the batting order to get all 4 of your predictions wrong.
Wow. Indeed. Yes. So they are living the life of me today.
Yeah.
Yes, now you know how.
What it's
it
like
feels
to be
like.
in Sidvi's shoes.
But we don't know that if we got 12 wrong on the trot.
Anyway, today, Stone Cold Steve Austin will be proud of me.
Why?
It is 316. Austin 316. I've got 3 right, 16 wrong.
Okay, Ramesh Devasi says LSG and Rahul are planning everything before the match. For today's match, they had answers for every question, but today's question sequence was changing, so it's not LSG or Rahul's fault. It's very complicated.
What?
Yeah, what is
I just got lost somewhere.
He's saying that Rahul had everything planned and he had answers for every questions, but the questions
Kept changing.
The sequence of questions changed today.
So again, like Stone Cold Steve Austin. What? What?
I still believe
What?
that I think they complicated things for themselves
Yes.
by trying to.
They only changed the sequence of questions.
Whose fault is that?
That's them.
That's their fault.
What is that meme that goes, आखिर कहना क्या चाहते हो?
Today sir, आखिर करना क्या चाहते हैं? What was the point?
But I summed up in Steve Austin said, what? What?
Like what was happening? That was every day. It was like, okay, you're seeing Krishnappa Gautam come out. What? Jason Holder for what? It just made no sense.
Vedant Garg is saying, but Nikhil sir, there is a lot of difference between Dhoni and Rahul. I'm sure you will also agree.
I
Yes,
agree.
there is.
Yeah.
There is. But he's pointing out that, KL in the AC room, that means KL is not taking decisions. and that because Gautam Gambhir is now, he's taking the decision.
So he's trolling KL Rahul.
No, but he's saying there's a lot of difference. Yes, all I'm saying is still quite possible that Gautam Gambhir is taking the decision. In fact, we've credited him for a lot of decisions that have gone right. We know that was Gautam Gambhir's thinking. But by that same logic, then when the decisions are wrong, then you got to also blame it on Gautam Gambhir. My only point is that we cannot be definitely sure that these decisions are taken by Gautam Gambhir just because he's sitting in the dugout and just because somebody is in the AC dressing room. Decisions can be taken from anywhere. Trust me. Okay, in cricket it happens. Different captains work differently.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yes. Anything?
Aryan Natani saying, Ashwin always breaks the stigma in cricket. Earlier it was Mankading, now retired out. Great. Yes,
We were
he's a
mentioning that.
revolutionary.
Okay.
What if we get to hear that was Ashwin's idea all along?
No, maybe, but that decision, Mankading, was Ashwin's decision.
Yes.
This decision
Is by the
was a
RR
team.
management.
I would like to actually
Let's
keep
make
an
that
eye out on his
distinction.
YouTube channel and see what he has to say about this in some time, if anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, or you don't have to watch his YouTube channel. You subscribe to Sports Today
Yeah.
because whatever is the news about that, we'll give it to you on Sports Today.
And Ashwin
So
will
keep
speak
an
in
eye
Tamil.
out on Sports Today.
That's also true. Yeah.
And we speak the common language of English and Hindi.
Karthik M says it is difficult to differentiate Shaw, Sarfraz, Pant and Kuldeep on the field. He has some other serious problems that he has to deal with.
First word problem.
First world problems.
But
Hey, oh no, not you, someone. Wait, where is that guy?
No, but okay, what he's trying to say, I think he's indicating towards the weight.
Yeah,
So Shaw, Sarfraz, Pant, yes. Kuldeep's lost a lot of weight actually.
Yeah.
and he's got a very curly hairstyle which is also wavy.
He's looking, you naughty boy, Karthik M. Ramesh Devasi says, big fan of your show. Thank you so much,
you so
Ramesh
much.
Devasi. The CSK guy's name is Sidvi.
Who's in Sunrisers color?
Go.
Hey, but common group, Sun group.
Of course.
Okay, Avinash Avi, I'm not going to take your comment because you're dissing some of the commentators and that's not good.
Yeah.
You may have those opinions, but we're not going to make it public. You can like a few commentators, you can dislike it, but that's completely
Except
your
Sid.
choice.
He will diss Sanjay Manjrekar for the tablecloth.
No,
Over
but
and over
no,
again.
that's his opinion. He can.
I said that's my opinion.
My point is, I don't want.
Others can, like Nikhil
Yeah.
really likes
Yeah.
his opinions. So
Yeah, no. So I'm saying also Avinash Avi's personal opinion.
Yes.
He's
Yes,
entitled
yes,
to it. But
absolutely.
we don't want to endorse it by taking those names, right? So that wouldn't be
Correct,
fair. But we can answer your second bit of your question. He wants to know your favorite commentator. So if you could pick one. Currently, not
Oh,
past.
much.
You'll
He'll go
to
somewhere.
Richie Beno
Richie
and stuff.
Beno,
No.
yeah, that.
I
But
agree.
among the
but,
current lot, I would say Simon Dool.
Simon Dool. Okay,
Yes.
that's nice.
Okay, I'll go a little unpopular as well, but I think I always enjoyed Harsha Bhogle.
Ah, yeah, sure.
I think I really enjoyed Nasir Hussain.
Yeah.
Ah,
Nasir
I'm
Hussain
going to go with
Brilliance.
Atherton. So I was split between Nasir and Mike Atherton. I'll go with
Okay, here's an interesting one. If you want a commentator purely for entertainment factor, who would you pick? for
Bumble.
favorite? Bumble, for sure.
I
Bumble
love
and Danny Morrison.
Morrison
two,
from
guys.
the-
Two guys.
Again, we're not picking for entertainment purposes. Tony Gregg as well. Again, the late
Yes.
great Tony Gregg.
Tony Gregg was another one.
I only wish that
Outstanding.
he was alive and commentating in Sri Lanka when I had gone there. That was
Oh,
the-
yeah.
yes. Because when I had entered the
They are dancing in the
Premadasa,
aisle.
they are dancing in the aisles, these little Sri Lankans. Oh man, that goosebumps feeling. And I entered that
Yes.
Premadasa stadium.
Vaibhav Sharma wants to know, Nikhil sir, why is the umpiring standard gone horrible? It's a serious concern. And also while batting, Ashwin once blocked Ravi Bishnoi. Second time stops bowler from the run-up. Love the whole family. Love back
Thank
to
you.
you.
Back to you.
So he's
Thank
talking
you.
about Ashwin. Do you remember that incident of him blocking Ravi Bishnoi?
No, I
No,
cannot.
I
recall
don't.
it.
Maybe. I'm
So
memory
what
is
But
comment
I
on
will agree about the umpiring being bad. Those
Umpiring
been
has been terrible, and I pointed out why that is happening. That's because, again, to tell you, umpires are given some sort of ranking based on their domestic performance, and then a sort of a ranking is created based on the points they get. And so that ranking could be from 1 to 20, 25, I don't know exact details. So you would assume that if you need, let's say, 7 umpires for the IPL or 10 for the IPL,
Top 7
you
would
will
be
go
picked,
with the
right?
top 7 or
Yeah.
top 10, but that doesn't happen. So you'll pick 1, you'll pick 5, you'll pick 13, you'll pick 22, you'll pick that. That's how they're picked. And that happens because of a lot of lobbying. Because states and which state one guy is coming from, how
Regions.
powerful that president of that state association is in the BCCI scheme of things, how much can he influence the IPL governing council. All of those things go into umpires getting selected for the IPL.
The cherry on the cake today was the KKR DC game, especially the
Rahane.
KKR innings.
Rahane.
Rahane, that first over was
First 3 deliveries.
he was given out first time for supposedly edging it. Turns out it hit his pad. Then was given out LBW when he thick edged it onto his pad. Then he actually did edge it and no one appealed.
I think that's more of the players, the third one, but
That is
yes.
farcical.
But that
Next
was
level
really,
farcical.
really funny.
I want to take this comment. Karthik Jetwa says, huge shout out to Shivam as well. Let me know how disappointed would be Sunil Shetty. Shivam, huge shout out. Karthik is saying thank you for
Well
all
done.
the
Well
information.
Thank you,
keep-
thank you, Shivam.
Keep providing. How disappointed
does.
would be Sunil Shetty? Very disappointed. I saw Mrs. Sunil Shetty also very disappointed. She was upset with the strategy and she was like
But
gesticulating.
I thought Sunil Shetty was an
Anna.
actor, who didn't have any expressions. He survived in Bollywood, that is his greatness. But a rock could act.
ऐसे
I
मैं
really
होने
don't
नहीं
know.
दूंगा. What is that dialogue?
No, I remember there's this random dialogue in one movie where he
Dhadkan.
says,
Dhadkan is the
Oh my God,
Dhadkan
yes,
was Sunil
yeah,
Shetty,
yeah.
biggest Akshay Kumar, Shilpa Shetty. That's a different film.
Mohra.
There is some
Dhadkan.
movie where he's this gunda, okay, and he has a younger sister where he keeps saying, "Hey, Apu Nanna, 24 घंटे चौकन्ना,
Chaukanna.
तू खाएगा डंडा,
No.
मैं खाऊंगा गन्ना."
No, but
Something, and I
but
was
there
like,
was
why?
But there was one film I would admit that
Gopi
made me-
Kishan.
No, not Gopi Kishan.
Wasn't that?
No, no.
Yeah, Gopi
There is
Kishan.
Where that young kid says, "Mere do baat hai."
Double roll.
Come on, yeah.
The other film of Shetty, which was, I mean, it went viral. There are some gundas, about 20, 25 of them, they are hacking him. So he's running away staggered. He reaches this mirchi pounding thing. He's got scars, all his blood is oozing. So he picks up the mirchi powder to counter them, rubs it on his wounds. Like how he's shouting. And then what he does, in a fit of rage, he runs after them. They are now running away from him. So he trips one of them.
Which is this film? What film is this?
Search Sunil Shetty chili powder.
I'm actually searching for it right now.
So he's rubbing it all over. So in a counter rage, he chases them. I think
We
it was
also see
Akrosh.
such weird content all together.
I think it was
that
Akrosh.
dialogue.
Yeah.
Austin Kuna wants to know, Nikhil sir, I don't get confidence in Rahul Rohit opening pair for T20s. Both don't perform in important games and have weaknesses against left-arm pacers. Scars of 2019 World Cup semi-final. India versus Pak 2021. Your thoughts? Austin, we've already answered it.
Yes.
We'll have to go back into the video. We've answered that question. So... Salva D says too many finishers have the LSG team.
The
then
movie's
reasons.
name is Agaz.
Agaz, yeah.
Agaz.
So that does exist. Okay.
Oh my god.
Selva D says too many finishers have the LSG team has the reason they have to shuffle the batting order. That is the reason because of too many finishers.
Yeah.
And Badoni at number 3, not a bad shout
Not a
actually.
bad
Not a
shout,
bad shout.
Badoni
yes.
at number 3
I agree.
could be.
But only at number 3, I think so. His slot is that finisher's role.
How many finishers?
How many finishes?
Holder is a
No, I
finisher.
think they
Badoni
should
is a
put
finisher.
I don't know
Huda
why I
is
think
a
of
finisher.
Stoinis as a finisher.
Stoinis is a finisher.
Stoinis opens
But
for
they are
his
saying he's a
T20
finisher.
side.
Bravo will now have a new album called Finisher. Holder is a finisher, Stoin is a finisher.
We're all
finisher. Finisher, oh, finisher.
That could be the lyric for a song.
Sir, CSK is a finisher.
Eh?
What did they finish last?
Yeah, they'll finish last. I
No,
guess.
no,
CSK.
he is actually
See?
trying to say that only.
Yeah, strolling CSK.
I know.
man, Shriram. But yeah, lyrics for the new Bravo song.
Yes.
LSG has too many finishers.
Gautam is a finisher, Holder is a finisher, Stoin is a finisher.
No, Gautam is number 3.
Number 3.
Finisher.
But he's finished games at number 7, you
Number
said.
7.
Yeah, he
Finisher,
scored 18 runs in that one over. I
finisher.
remember it.
Okay, too much
Yeah, I
of.
know.
Ramesh Devasi says, do you think RR is missing 2 all-rounders like Ali, Pollard, Narain who can bat and bowl? RR is missing all-rounders.
They are.
The one all-rounder that they have doesn't do
We
anything.
keep bashing
Oh,
it.
yeah, RR fan is there.
Yes.
So, the best
yeah,
bowling
yeah.
attack?
Best one. See, who's the purple cap holder?
Yuzi.
From?
Kuldeep and Umesh.
Arey, from which team?
Oh,
Rajasthan Royals.
Who's the orange cap holder? Josh Butler.
From?
Rajasthan Royals.
so you take the orange and the purple cap and give the trophy to somebody else.
Top of the points table.
It's Rajasthan.
I rest my case.
Best bowling attack?
Best.
No, best all-rounder also.
Best all-rounder?
Riyan Parag.
Riyan Parag.
We made a new song for RR. What is the song?
Yes.
It was somebody
LSG.
said,
Siri.
Siri, no,
LSG. The best.
if I have to give a context, somebody said that they have a lot of finishers. The problem with LSG is they have a lot of finishers. So, first Lucknow Super Giants song.
Yes. Gautam is a finisher, Stoin is a finisher, Hold is a finisher, finisher, oh, finisher. So,
Super Chat.
Bravo's new album, if you want.
Rajasthan.
Rajasthan are settled. Only till Hetmire they are batting.
Okay, you just got
No, no.
Only till Hetmer they have
Parag? What is that?
Oh, Riyan
Riyan
Parag.
Parag song?
No, I didn't have a Riyan Parag song. No, we are talking about Sunil Shetty here. Agaz.
Sunil Shetty.
We have spent half the show talking about Sunil Shetty films.
Sunil
From
Shetty.
Gopi Kishan to
Agaz.
Dharkan. One film, Agaz.
Have you ever
With
seen
the
this?
scene he talks about.
I know Sushmita Sen was there.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
Specifically talking about a scene where Sunil Shetty puts on red chili
powder,
on his body and runs after the goons.
He gets hacked by 20 to 25 gangsters, okay? So he stumbles upon a mirchi producing room. And here he sees he's cornered. So mirchi, he just rubs it on his wounds. And then he chases after them.
I really need to watch this
With
scene.
his clothes on.
Yeah? Yes.
Yeah, we hope
White
so.
kurta,
We hope so.
white kurta and
Today
white pajama.
he will chase after somebody. He was very disappointed. Both Mr. and Mrs. Sunil Shetty were
No,
very
but Sunil
disappointed.
Shetty wasn't there.
He was there.
I didn't see him.
We saw him. I saw him.
I saw Mrs. Shetty and
Mrs. Shetty
and
telling
Junior.
where the fielder should be. Arey,
Ah,
he
she
should be
was
batting
very-
here.
Yeah.
Animated, very animated.
In fact, she was standing right next to Mr. Goenka,
Yes.
and she it seemed as if she was trying to tell the
Owners.
Owners,
Yeah.
not the owner was sitting right, was standing right there. Maybe Gautam. But also one thing, KL Rahul was sitting upstairs
Yeah.
in the dressing
Yeah.
room, and
But
support staff and
So
mentor.
what? MS Dhoni sits there and Stephen Fleming sits in the dugout. Who takes the decision?
Who takes the decision?
MS Dhoni there, na?
So you're saying
Here also,
KL Rahul.
I'm saying from the
So you
dressing
are
room
saying
also.
It was KL Rahul's decision to send
No,
Marcus
no,
Stoinis
I'm
at
no,
number
I'm not
seven.
saying that. I'm
Number
saying,
8.
I'm saying
7
it.
or 8?
No, no.
8.
No, he came in at 8.
Krunal Pandya was number
Eight.
7.
8.
So given an
Stoinis
eight,
said
given an
8.
Stoinis was 8.
My point is,
Actually,
what
he came in at 6 down. Oh,
what we
how does it matter?
pointed out was
Alright,
that
fine.
possible it is Gautam Gambhir's decision, but this AC and dugout cannot be the reason, na? Because Dhoni is also always in
So
AC.
you are saying that Sunil Shetty's wife was not the one who took that decision to send
Sunil
Marcus at
Shetty.
number
I'm
eight.
not saying that. She did. It's either Rahul or Gautam.
Neither the
She-
decision was neither taken in the dressing room nor in the
No,
dugout.
I'm saying
so
it
the
was
decision
taken.
was taken
Arey, I am saying
from the
it.
stands.
You are saying that. I am saying that it was taken either from the dressing room or the dugout, but it can be taken by anyone. Just because someone is in the dressing room in the AC doesn't mean he cannot take decision. MS Dhoni is always in the AC room. He takes decisions. Nah? But it is possible that Gautam Gambhir take the decision today. So if you praise Gautam Gambhir for all the good decisions that Lucknow does, you need to criticize
You
him
have to
also.
criticize
every
him.
day.
So in tribute to Nikhil and Rahul, another iconic duo, Yeda Anna and Chota Chhatri from
From that Avara
Avara
Pagal.
Pagal.
Yeah, David, no, not David Down.
No, 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 no.
No, I don't
This
know.
is that
This
film
was
where
no.
this is a film where he
Arey.
keeps forgetting name.
अरे वो उसपे पंख होते ना
विमल का कपड़ा लगा
अरे
था.
वो जिसमें से वो
वो आता है
अंदर बाहर करते हैं अंदर बाहर तो क्या अरे यार वो
हवाई जहाज।
उसमें एक साथ बहुत सारे लोग जा सकते हैं अंदर
I know.
बाहर लिफ्ट
Lift.
but
Paresh Rawal's calling, he also forgets names. So he calls Johnny Lever Chota Chhatri's Tadpatri. Oh, अरे छोटा छतरी, hey, छोटा छतरी.
but
For a Tamilian, he's a big Hindi movie buff.
I'm a Paresh Rawal buff.
Saurabh Mukherjee has a super chat. I haven't taken it. It'll go away.
Yeah.
He's saying, meanwhile, City and Liverpool gave us a timeless classic. It was a treat to watch. The match reminded me of good old United Arsenal rivalry.
Well,
Good old,
United,
good
Arsenal
old
rivalry,
being the key
United would
word.
often win, so I don't agree with that statement. It was very one-sided.
No, for me it was good old. That's
Of
what I'm
course, for
saying.
you it was good old.
But old, as you'd call
There's
it.
a separate video on that. They went for 20-25 minutes talking about that. You can
Yeah.
check that out.
No, we talked about everything after that also. Who are they going to play next?
Siddharth Sachdeva was saying Guru, Gulab, Khatri was Akshay Kumar.
Oh yeah.
And Paresh Rawal calls him Guru Gantal Khatri.
Rahul sir, why do you support RR? Any specific reason?
no
Rahul Devasi is asking.
Oh,
Your
Rahul is asking
namesake.
Rahul.
Your namesake.
Uh,
Rahul calling Rahul.
Yes. Yes.
Acha, Pradnya Velankar is saying bold questions get ignored, guys.
bold questions or bold
Bold.
I thought you've been ignoring
Even-
Red Bolt.
What bold question did you
exactly.
ask
What
that
bold
we
question?
take every question, yaar. Sometime in the chat we miss.
Yeah, unless you're slandering, that's a different matter.
Saurabh Kale says this year's IPL is looking so boring to me. Maybe because of non-performance from big teams like Mumbai and Chennai. Hope we'll see some thrilling matches from next week onwards. But again, I point out, it's that and also two big stars in Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma not performing.
And even MS, for that matter.
MS Dhoni
has been
also.
performing.
But why do you find this boring? Why are you not looking at the youngsters? Such close finishes happening. Some great Indian youngsters performing. Watch
But
it for
they're
that.
not, they're yet to become the heroes of that standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying it. Sorry, Johnny Khurana is rebutting you. You said he only had one expression. Na? He says it is disrespectful to say that Sunil Shetty had only one expression. That's not true. I saw
Hey.
two expressions in one movie.
What was that movie?
Which
Gopi
movie?
Gopi
Johnny
Kishan.
Wah?
He had two.
Gopi.
So two existed.
मेरे दो बाप, मेरे दो बाप.
मेरे दो बाप.
Varun Parvataneni is saying, good point, that if SRH win against Gujarat Titans tomorrow,
Who's winning tomorrow?
IPL is wide open. We all picked today
And we all got it horribly wrong for the most part.
for Lucknow to win.
I got
So
it up, I can't say about KKR.
you are a fan of RR. It's like him picking KKR and him picking
CSK, doesn't matter.
Every
It really
match
does
they
not
pick
matter.
KKR and
Like discounted.
But anyway, we've been criticizing Lucknow Super Giants for taking that decision to bat Marcus Stoinis so low down the order. But I think you have to give credit to Rajasthan Royals also that they forced Lucknow to take that decision.
Bolt.
They went into a panic mode where Bolt got rid of.
wow.
No.
You think?
No, but they could have still sent. So what? Bolt
160
got
to
rid,
चाहिए.
so what?
No, then they sent Krishnappa.
Yes.
So because maybe.
But I asked a question and these guys were like mum on that. I'm saying, there any Karnataka connection? Captain Krishnappa Gautam?
Bartini.
No, I don't.
Moodavartini.
He said yes.
No,
No,
they said
no,
no. We
no
don't
comments.
Say anything on this.
No, I am saying no.
But I said that when we talk about,
I am saying no, okay.
You are saying no, na?
Okay,
I'm
what is
saying
your
look at
answer?
that double standard. When we talk about JSW, Rishabh Pant, all of them connection. Yeah. When we talk about Anuj Rawat, same academy, Virat Kohli. Yeah. They all jump in. As soon as I say Karnataka connection,
Oh,
quiet.
अच्छा. Conflict of interest.
They all go
अरे
quiet.
मैं तो कावेरी का opposite side में हूँ. I'm not in that side of the Kaveri.
We can't say with absolute surety which part of the city or state or country you come from today. You are.
Vishal Sharma, why don't you give chair to Rahul Rawat? Because he's an outstanding performer. He just wants to stand. He refuses chair.
I'm living a nomadic life.
He refuses a chair.
So
We have offered him chair before, but he refuses. Ankit Chaturvedi.
passports got stolen. A couple of them. They're back now.
Yes, let's see that. Shivam.
Shivam has been sending
He doesn't need
lot of WhatsApp messages.
Wi-Fi
Yeah,
anymore. He
yeah.
doesn't need.
Hotspot. Yeah.
Hotspot.
Ankit Chaturvedi is saying, I think Rahul is from Rajasthan. That's the reason he's supported. No, he's from Uttarakhand.
Uttarakhand, yes.
Rawat, so many chief ministers from Uttarakhand.
And we don't have a team, so.
Okay,
Rishabh Pant would have,
Bappaditya is a
did that.
regular watcher. He says Chahal should have been part of the marquee list. I agree.
Yes.
Would have been the highest paid player. Came late in that list. That's why only 6.5 crore.
6.5 crores.
He was the
Easily
last-
worth.
He was, by the way, he was the last leg spinner
Yes.
in that list.
Yes.
That
And
also
you
made a
know-
huge difference.
Exactly. Hasaranga.
Got picked for
Exactly.
10.75 crores.
Exactly. Because he was the first leg spinner because he was in that international marquee.
Yes.
10.
no, but
list of 10 players.
still, even if he was the last leg spinner on that
Still,
list,
10 crore
still,
minimum.
for him, for a player who has performed over the years,
Yeah.
is an Indian player, plays for the national side.
No, I think everybody got staggered by Asaranga thing. Why? After he was picked for 10 points, Hugh Edmundis fainted.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh God,
like
yes.
after that,
That was
everything
scary though.
went
What
haywire.
a Vayat sort of umpiring.
Yeah, we have discussed
yeah, we
that.
discussed that.
No,
My
one
God,
thing,
it was horrible.
Bappaditya's last comment I forgot. He said, by the way, you guys should also open movie today. Because what we talk about is movie today.
Movie today. Because
Sports
we
today.
discussed.
Movie today.
Movie today. Sunil Shetty fans.
Absolutely.
Azure.
Gopi Kishan.
Love Rami says one of the reason that there is dip in IPL is no universe boss. Gale is not.
Gale.
People are missing Gale.
He
That's
did,
for sure.
he did do an
Gale,
Instagram live
no
yesterday.
Gale, no AB. I think
No,
that
but hold
superstar
on.
factor does miss.
But Gale was there last season also. What did he do?
And I think.
It's not about what did he do. It's about people flock to see him.
Chris Gale was picked up by Punjab.
Yeah.
On base
Punjab,
price.
and they didn't play him much,
Much.
also. See, because for 2 crores, they were getting a good marketable product.
Agreed. We discussed this last year.
And
You remember?
Chris Gale was very upset with the franchisee though.
I know.
Because he was not played on his birthday. He didn't get to play
Play.
on his birthday. And also there were other reasons, once I think he was sent low down the order, 1 down, 2 down. So he was not too happy with the franchisee. Then he had a few issues, then he left, then he was never picked by any of the IPL franchisees. But also I think the loyalties have also divided now because of this mega auction.
Yep.
Now people have to, it will take time for people to register.
Sorry.
which player is in which team, and then because I still forget, you know.
Yeah,
if you ask-
Yeah.
If you ask me, and then tomorrow somebody can, you know, just remind us.
Quiz you.
You know,
You don't do the quiz
Ma-
on Sports Talk. Kitne run hue? Who got the wickets in the match? Who played today? Don't do that before you start.
no, because you know.
India cricket.
We watch all these matches very religiously.
Not
You
like
know
India
that.
cricket. Who got? Okay, who was the
India
highest?
cricket?
Remember Test matches? Quiz used to happen. So today what happened?
Just before.
Who?
Some channel used to do that, I know.
Yeah.
But the bigger miss more than Gale for me is AB de Villiers.
Yeah, true.
AB de Villiers
Yes.
much
De
bigger.
Villiers, you never know na which side of the bed is he waking up from, and today he's saying, "Oh, I have to retire from international cricket." Then next morning, "Oh no, I want to play the World Cup. I forgot there's
No,
a
but
World Cup coming."
ABD was a phenomenon in IPL. If you remember in Bangalore, by the way, I went.
Is
for
he the
this-
greatest overseas cricketer
I
to
certainly
play in the
think so.
IPL?
I
You
certainly
think so?
think
One of the
He's
greatest.
Definitely the most loved and
Most
followed
loved.
international cricketer
Yes.
in India.
Absolutely.
I remember I met him once here in Delhi, and this is exactly what I told him. You know that you perhaps would be the most followed and loved cricketer, international cricketer.
You said that to KP also in your interview. You'd say that to any foreign cricketer that you meet. You must see, you are the.
No, KP, I told him something different. KP, I told him that. No, KP.
No, you said you are the most loved.
No, not love. I said that, you know, people back home in India, they
Love
feel
you.
that the ECB actually robbed a lot of people the opportunity to see Kevin Peterson bat.
Yeah, which is
such
true.
Huge fan following.
Yep.
But he was also a bit of
An
Bit of-
enigma.
let's not. No, you know, giving information about his team, making fun of his teammates.
On
that's
WhatsApp
not-
chats.
before
That
the
was
South
not
African
done. That was not
players.
done. That was not done.
Yeah, but I was just telling you guys that there was this one test match I had gone to in Bangalore first day where AB de Villiers scored a 50. Okay, the entire crowd was chanting
Yeah, ABD.
I was like,
2015,
am I
right?
sitting in Bangalore
So-
in India? But crazy how much love he gets from the Indian population.
So at one point, and this is something I mentioned in that upcoming video of ours, is that AB had 15 million followers on Instagram. At that point, when he did have a 15 million, South Africa had 13 million Instagram users. So,
Yeah.
and there's no guarantee that all single one of those Australians was following South African, was following ABD.
I'm sure not even half of them were following.
Absolutely.
But the example we gave, Chris Gale, the population of Jamaica may have been so small, his
That's
Insta
it, but
followers
he's-
would have been like,
Yeah, the universe boss.
yeah, many times more.
Yep.
Shall we wind up for
Yes.
the
Yes, we
night?
should
We've gone on
actually.
for very long. Thank you so much for your company. Don't forget to download the Gamezy app. You stand a chance to win up to 5 crore in prize money daily. Tomorrow is another day in the IPL. We'll be back with more exciting content. Don't forget to
Lights.
subscribe to Sports Today. That is our style. Light goes, but
Light goes and we
continue.
also go.
Gujarat Titans versus Sunrisers.